RTV6.
Now at 6, thousands of people who are fighting Indiana's new controversial abortion law take to the State House in protest of the legislation. Tonight, the heated reaction from both sides of the argument.
I always said after I got saved, I said I work for the state, but ultimately I'm a soldier for Jesus Christ.
For the first time, we talked to the Indiana State Trooper fired for talking about faith on the job, his message, and the boost of support coming from his own community. But first, weather. The cold temperatures continue to blanket central Indiana. This after light snow covered the ground this morning. Storm Team 6 meteorologist Kyle Mound showing us just how long this winter-like weather will stick around. Hopefully not long.
Yeah, Melissa, we are trying to get a spring feel to work its way in here, but today temperatures just really missing the mark by about 20 degrees from average. Only made it into the lower 40s, and we sit at 40 degrees right now in Indy, stuck in the 30s around Lafayette, toward Muncie at 37 degrees where you had some of that snow on the ground this morning. I also had that earlier today as well. Fortunately, that's melted with the sunshine, but the northwesterly wind throughout the day has also kind of locked us in with the cooler temperatures. So here's the good news. All the snow showers, that's Ohio's problem. As we go into this evening, we will stay with quiet conditions, so if you are heading out to the home opener for the Indy 11 this evening, bundle up, but dry conditions. That wind out of the north, light at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Temperatures falling to 35 degrees by 9:30 this evening, and overnight, freeze warning once again will drop to 28 for you in Lafayette, 30 in Bloomington, and 29 in Indianapolis. So protect those plants tonight. We do have warmer weather coming tomorrow, but it comes with rain chances and a damp start to the week ahead. We'll detail all of that in a few minutes.
Kyle, thank you. We'll take a look at this. Thousands of people are fighting the controversial abortion law, protesting at the State House today. But meeting them there, pro-life supporters, and both sides are exchanging heated words. The contentious new law set to take effect in July bans abortions if a woman seeks the procedure because the fetus could have birth defects or is a certain gender or race. Now, this has prompted federal lawsuits from the ACLU and Planned Parenthood, and now protesters voicing their opinions at the State House as well. RTV6's Liz Adiola live tonight with a look at both sides of this hot-button issue. Liz, what are people saying about this right now?
Well, Melissa, talk has turned tonight to raising money for the Women's Health Fund. Planned Parenthood is actually holding a benefit at the Marriott. It just kicked off right now, but this is just a few hours after there was debate just a few blocks away at the state capitol. Amongst the rally cry, there were clashes.
This is a shame!
Strong ideas carried by both men and women voicing their thoughts on a bill Governor Mike Pence recently signed into law, basically banning women from seeking abortions if a fetus is a certain gender or race or shows signs of birth defects.
I'm not forcing anyone not to do something they don't want to do, and I expect that same respect.
Jennifer Wilson, one voice among hundreds who held up signs against the decision, saying it infringes on women's rights.
It feels like, from a woman's standpoint, that what we're allowed to decide for ourselves is shrinking more and more. And so it's just something I felt like I really needed to stand up for.
But representatives with Indiana Right to Life say the law is actually about stopping discriminatory practices.
This rally is an ugly reminder of the fact that they want to have the right to kill their babies that don't meet up to their expectations. And these are the same characteristics that we seek to protect.
While at the same time, they say they're saving lives like Katie Shaw's.
A person is a person, no matter how small.
Among the large crowd, voices against abortion push through.
We have military personnel fighting for what they believe in, laying down their lives for our freedoms in this country. But women can't lay down their lives for 9 months for a child. If they can't take care of that child, put them up for adoption.
Met each time with a push right back, a group that says it won't give up.
It's time for the legislature to understand that women are important. We have lives. We are people.
Even though the law goes into effect this July. Yeah, both sides standing very firmly on what they believe. Tonight's benefit, according to Planned Parenthood, the funds from that benefit will go to help low-income men and women get health preventative care services. Reporting live downtown, Liz Adiola, RTV6.
Liz, thank you. Developing now for the first time, we talked to the former Indiana State Trooper fired for talking about religion on the job. A trooper who is facing a lawsuit about this very issue. It's an update to a story we've been following from the beginning. Today, former State Trooper Brian Hamilton took to the streets of Connorsville, not as an officer, but as a man with another kind of mission, preaching about God. And today, dozens of supporters backed him as well. State police fired Hamilton on Thursday. He's accused of asking a woman during a January traffic stop if she attends a church and if she was saved. Today, Brian Hamilton spoke with us about why he has decided to be so outspoken on religion while on the job with state police.
I work for the state, but ultimately, I'm a soldier for Jesus Christ. God has used that job in the last 3 years, what it was supposed to be meant for. Now it was to spread the word, to tell people when they're hurting the truth. Government programs cannot touch anybody. It's the word of God that can change people.
Hamilton says he intends to continue spreading the word of God and his faith. Democracy 2016 coverage in the race for the White House now. Another big day for Bernie Sanders. He won the Democratic presidential caucus in Wyoming, beating out frontrunner Hillary Clinton. But this win likely won't help Sanders make up much ground against Clinton in the delegate race that will decide the Democratic presidential nomination. That's because Wyoming only awards 14 delegates overall. New information tonight, a Columbus dentist's office responds after a North Vernon man claims he went to have 4 teeth removed and says the dentist instead took all of his teeth while he was under anesthesia. Donnie Grigsby says he only agreed to having 4 teeth removed at the White River Dental in Columbus. Now, he says he can't chew, and he's still in so much pain that he can't work either. Grigsby says the dentist removed all of his teeth without permission.
I'm so ashamed because I have no teeth now. I wake up with no clothes on. I'm scared.
Tonight, White River Dental is responding to these claims with a statement they released to us. It says every patient and issue is different, and we evaluate each and every part of the oral cavity and the health of the patient before presenting a treatment plan. I assure you that every patient and or legal guardian has the treatment explained to them thoroughly, and all of the proper consent forms are signed prior to any treatment being performed on any patient at White River Dental. The family has retained an attorney, and they are seeking to file a lawsuit. Tonight, a family and a community say goodbye to a teen found dead behind an East Side dumpster last month, all as Metro Police continue to investigate this case. Today, family held a funeral for 18-year-old Rena Woods, a student at Ben Davis High School. Now, she was reported missing on March 19th after her mom could not find her or get her to answer her cell phone. Woods was later found dead behind the dumpster. Metro Police say they're waiting on toxicology results from the coroner's office and waiting for a conclusive cause of death. New developments now on the mysterious deaths of a Brownsburg husband and wife. The husband, 62-year-old Brian Edwards, died from his injuries yesterday. Investigators have ruled that as suicide. However, the coroner's office, they're still trying to figure out how the wife, 52-year-old Laura Edwards, died. Police found both of them inside their Brownsburg home last Saturday. Laura was found dead, but with no signs of trauma. However, Brian Edwards, he was still alive and rushed to the hospital, whereas we reported he later died yesterday. Right now, Metro Police are searching for a road rage suspect, a person who started shooting at a police officer. It happened around 9 last night on the west side near Patricia Street and Welch Drive. IMPD says an officer noticed 2 vehicles chasing each other and tried to stop them. That's when one person shot at the officer and drove off. The officer was not hurt and tried following that suspect, but he could not catch up with him. If you have any information on this case, you're asked to call IMPD right away. Happening tonight, there will be a huge crowd downtown. Between 50 and 60,000 people are at the Monster Energy Supercross at Lucas Oil Stadium. The main event begins at 6:30 p.m., less than half an hour away at this point. If you plan to be downtown and you aren't going to the Supercross event, you may want to avoid the area around Lucas Oil tonight.
Going to be busy and